Welcome back to the Bright Path Podcast. I'm your host, Kimberly.
Welcome in, it's a brand new day. Let's light the way, dream it big, don't hold back, let your colors shine. Every step you take, you're rewriting your own line. Turn the page, make a change, let your heart believe. The life you want is closer than you think. Just breathe on the bright path. We're dancing in the sun, manifesting dreams. Yeah, we're getting things done. Every episode.
Today, I've got a really special episode for you. I mean, every episode is a vibe, but today, your girl is getting raw, real, and a little bit vulnerable. I'm swallowing my pride to give you the tea on my most cringy, most I wish I could delete it from the timeline breakup story ever. And I even brought in a friend today to join in the conversation and let me know if I am going crazy here or if this is like a normal way to break up with someone. I needed a male perspective here because to me, this was the absolute worst way to possibly break up with someone. So I'd like to introduce my friend and confidant, comedian Tyler Wood. Welcome, Ty.
Hey, Kimberly. Happy to be here. I'm genuinely excited to hear this whack breakup story. I will say, I've seen some train wrecks in my time, but when you told me a bit of the backstory, I knew I had to be here to provide the male reality check.
Good. I also want to clarify for our Bright Path family, there's a huge difference between being broken up with and being discarded. My situation was 100% a discard, like the most brutal one imaginable. You guys will have to let me know if you can top this one. So before we get into the story, I know that a healthy person wouldn't actually break up with someone this way, regardless of the circumstances. The reason I'm sharing this is because I've noticed a lot of similar stories where somebody is brutally discarded and it's extremely hurtful. But more importantly, it's so easy for us to internalize the blame. This story, I'm hoping, will help you understand that even if you did everything perfect, it's not your fault. When the avoidant feels done or some big emotion comes up, this chaos is what happens. Honestly, it felt like I was dating a toddler who thought if he covered his eyes, I couldn't see him.
Damn.
So, let's get into the drama. Before I even knew this man had an avoidant attachment style, before I even knew what that was, he was the most sweet, normal, hardworking, supportive person ever, like best friend vibes.
Of course.
But avoidants can perform very well for like 6 months or longer, as long as you tolerate their hot and cold behavior, which I unfortunately did. Tyler, in your opinion, what does avoidant behavior even look like from the outside?
Look, imagine a guy who invites you over for a fancy 5-course dinner. He cooks the steak, lights the candles, pours the wine, like he's on his A game. You start thinking, wow, like this guy is into me. But the second you pick up your fork to take a bite, he screams, "Security breach!" blows out the candles, and crawls out the bathroom window. Like, the minute there's a fork in your hand and you're actually staying for dinner, he treats the relationship like a ticking time bomb.
Oh my God, that is exactly how it felt. And that's what's so confusing. We're giving them the 5-course meal they said they wanted, but they're looking for the nearest exit. So, going back, everything in the beginning was great. We spent time with each other's families and friends. He initiated contact with me every day. If I didn't reach out, he always did. I gave him tons of space. I'm emphasizing that because so many anxiously attached people blame themselves for being too much.
Yep.
I coach hundreds of women in these exact situations, and I hear this all the time. Women gave the avoidant plenty of space and thought everything was good. These women were like beautiful, gorgeous women. They said they made their partner see stars in bed, like intense chemistry. They were essentially the best partner their avoidant could hope for. And what's worse? These avoidant men almost always downgraded to someone they perceived as easier or more needy, demanding, anxious, or toxic. but it's like their biggest fear is to be engulfed or controlled, loss of independence, right? So I'm like, why do they keep leaving drama-free women for ones who nag them, control them, and cling to them?
Look, it's simple. A quality woman is like a Ferrari. She's incredible, but she requires you to actually know how to drive. Some guys only have a tricycle license.
A tricycle license. I love that.
So, yeah, they downgrade because they can fall asleep at the wheel and not crash. They want someone they won't catch feelings for because feelings feel like losing control. So, yeah, they're basically scared of feeling something.
So, getting back to my story, we were a little bit long distance, and his excuse was always, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone I have to miss. By the way, that's another really common excuse they give. So we maintained a situationship for over 2 years. And before you even say it, Tyler, I know that was my bad.
Yes, the situationship. Classic move for douchebags who get boyfriend benefits on a free trial they never intend to pay for.
Oh my God. Raise your standards, ladies. If we all say no to situationships, they'll stop existing. So he would sometimes go cold for like a week, but he'd always reach out and reassure me. He'd say things like he was a steady Eddie, not a player. We were always top best friends with the little fire and heart emojis beside our names. I believed him. Well, I pretended to because I really liked him. But when the weeks turned into a full month of silence, I became very sus.
Yep, makes no sense.
So, what does a girl do when the guy she likes isn't acting normal? Well, she goes FBI mode.
Exactly. And fellas, let me explain something real quick. Women do not need evidence. They need a vibe, a silence that lasts half a second too long, and a Google Maps pin that says, currently ruining my own life. Case closed.
Yup. So on his recently added friends, I saw like a few new girls I haven't seen before. I told myself, nah, that one's not pretty enough. Meh, that one's not his type. He can do better. I thought they were either just a good time Betty, or a relative.
Right, like, why would a guy bother with other girls in the first place if he already had attention from a 10?
But another point I have to add is that we always shared each other's locations, okay?
Gotcha.
So anyway, his sister and I made plans to get together like months prior to that. So she and I got together, had drinks, like a fun, typical girls' night. We never even mentioned him.
Yep, gotcha.
The next day, he texts me like we weren't just in no contact for a month. He was like, hey, he makes small talk like nothing happened. Then, later in the week, he texted apologizing for not making time to see me. Yet. I stared at that yet like, okay, does that mean he wants to hang out at some point?
Yeah.
But he told me he was busy with work. Tyler, on a scale of 1 to, bro, stop, how much of a cop-out is that?
That would be a 12. That's the ultimate, it's not you. It's definitely me being a coward. He's essentially saying his own laziness is more important than your value.
Exactly. So I stayed my high-value self. I said, okay, understandable, life gets busy. I assumed he'd ask to see me. I'm the prize, right? And again, he said yet, which typically implies someone wants to make time for you at some point, right? Wrong. Big wrong. On the last weekend of my trip, I checked his location, and he was 3 hours away. I was right down the frickin' street. He chose to drive almost a 6-hour round trip for another girl.
Oh my God, bro.
Situationship or not, of course I was pissed. Who wouldn't be? Like, one important quality I look for in a partner or friend is that they actually like spending time with me. So to hide and make excuses for a week? Hell no. We're done, boy.
Yeah. Actually enjoying spending time with someone is a pretty bare minimum requirement.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, he said he was busy with work. And that 6-hour commute for a downgrade does sound like work. Dude, that's a full shift right there.
Right? So I reacted. I texted him. I see how much I'm worth to you. Enjoy that. And then he tried to gaslight me.
Oh my God.
He told me he wasn't sure what I meant by that. And if I meant his location, he was at a friend's house. He wasn't with anyone. He said since he shares his location, he had nothing to hide. And he told me he's not that bad guy, but he will be if I need him to be. Then he ghosted me.
Wow. Bro.
So, obviously, I felt totally blindsided, bewildered, rejected, all the feelings.
Ghost mode.
So, what's a girl to do? I added his single friends on social media.
Savage move.
Was that petty? 100%. Just know, ladies, if he doesn't want you, you can 100% pull all of his friends.
Nicely played.
Oh, it gets better. The next day, he shows up at my mom's house. He tells my mother that he thinks I'm stalking him and his friends because I added his friends on social media and invited his sister over.
Hold up, what? Running to a woman's mother to explain why he got caught. What is he, 9? Did he knock on her door like, Mrs. Kimberly's mom, your daughter used her eyes and now I'm scared.
Oh my God.
Was there a juice box involved? Did he ask her to ground you?
Then, get this. He shows my mom screenshots some other girl sent him, like a girl he was messing with like a year before all this.
Wow.
So he tells my mom that this girl went crying to him that one of his girlfriends was harassing her, sending 3,000 packages of condoms,
Holy shit, damn.
stealing her identity, putting her all over the black web. And he told my mom that I destroyed this other girl's credit so she couldn't buy a car.
Wow.
Like, if someone paid me right now to steal someone's credit or identity, I wouldn't know where to start. Oh, and he told her I was trying to hack his Apple ID account. What in the hell do I need with your Apple ID account?
Exactly.
At the time, I was trying to process being discarded for a new girl, okay? That's hard enough to deal with.
Exactly.
But then, the guy that you thought was really into you and that you would probably marry someday is suddenly trashing you to your own mom and making up all this shit about you just because you were angry and upset and called his new girlfriend a downgrade.
Okay, reacting after a sudden breakup with zero communication is normal. Your response was normal. His response was not.
Yeah. And he's telling my mom he thinks it's me because I just caught him with this other girl and he had no idea how. Dude, I had your location.
Exactly.
But the fact that he immediately believed his side piece's victim's sob story, that's what pissed me off the most. Like, where's the loyalty?
Okay, so because this still wasn't dramatic enough, we escalate. He tells your mom, he thinks you sent some random chick 3,000 condoms? Girl, at that quantity, you're not an ex. You're Costco. You don't need a restraining order. You need a loading dock.
Oh my God.
Apparently, you're running an international chaos operation. Sir, when? Credit destruction. Dark web uploads. This woman has a life, a kid, a job, a podcast.
Yep.
She is not sitting in a basement at 3 a.m. surrounded by laptops like she's in a hacker movie going, all right, today we ruin a stranger's credit.
Oh my God. Stop. So anyway, he starts threatening my mom. He tells her the police were already investigating me, stalking this new girl. My mom is telling me this, and I'm like, first of all, what?
This has to be one of the wildest stories I've ever heard.
I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, oh my goodness. So if I'm being investigated, like, these are serious crimes. Identity theft? Condom shipments? Like, what? He showed her all these screenshots this girl supposedly got from the police. She had my address and name, but okay, I'm the stalker.
Buddy, real detectives are not supposed to text the complainant like, here's the suspect's address, phone number, social security number, license plate, driver's license number. Good luck out there.
Oh my God.
That's not how criminal investigations are supposed to work. That's more like a bad Netflix original. And I'm sorry, but if a woman I was just talking to suddenly came to me crying about 3,000 condoms and proof from the Photoshop police, I'd be like, okay, so we're doing a mental health episode now. All because you asked for the bare minimum, honesty.
Yep. And if I'm being investigated, I'm the last one to know about it. So anyway, my mom looked at him and said, "Okay, like, why are you here? If you're so annoyed and done with her and you think she's stalking you, why not block her? Or just tell her you're moving on. Like, what's the problem?" So he did. He tattled on me and got my mom's permission to block me. And that was that. Discarded.
In today's society, a grown man can't communicate directly with his woman, so he has to tattle to a big grown-up.
Yep.
Now, we need to talk about blocking. Men do not block women. We ghost. We mute. We stare at the phone and pretend we're dead. Blocking takes effort. So if a grown man blocks a woman, one of three things happened. Number one, the new girl made him do it, which, if that's the case, congratulations, bro, on the upgrade to hall monitor.
Wow.
Has her hand so far up his back, she's clicking block for him. Or reason number two, he's terrified he'll cave and come crawling back because you're still that magnetic. Or reason number three, you shattered that man's ego beyond repair. And if it's that one, Kimberly, you are a frickin' legend. You're either that wild and did some diabolical shit, or you crushed his ego so hard. But either way, I'd say you won this breakup. Hands down, you won.
Tyler, thank you so much for making me feel sane again.
Now here's the part that really sent me. So he tells your mom you aren't allowed to stalk his friends, meaning you can't add them on social media.
Yep.
You can't be friends with his sister. Sir, she invited your sister over for drinks. Zero mention of you, which, by the way, is the most suspicious part. A real stalker would have opened with a PowerPoint presentation on why this girl's brother is an asshole. And let's not forget the real crime, adding a couple of your single guy friends on social media. Sir, you dumped her. You threw her away like a banana peel. That makes her a free agent. You don't get to say, I don't want her, but no one I know is allowed to have her either.
My gosh.
That's ego. Because nothing bruises a man faster than realizing the woman he discarded is still wanted and still moving forward. Stalking is not noticing shared locations or using Facebook like a human being. Women don't stalk. Women verify.
Yep.
Quietly, quickly, accurately. That's intuition with Wi-Fi.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you can't cheat, block, make the girl you hurt into a criminal, cry to her mommy that you want to break up with her, and then act shocked when she still has options. That's not stalking. That's consequences.
Yep.
Classic avoidant behavior. Can't handle 5 minutes of accountability, so he flips you into a felon and hides behind a cheap rebound.
Exactly, Tyler. He's sleeping with randoms, driving hours to see them, and then wondering why all these girls are getting pissed off at him.
Maybe stop leaving your phone unlocked around your downgrades? So let me make sure I have this right. We are talking about a grown man who ran to your mom to tattle on you.
Yes.
This absolute walnut of a man drove 2.5 hours, 5 hours round trip to get laid when he had a literal 10 who chose him. Let's really savor the math on this masterpiece of self-ownage. Option A, 40-second drive round trip, mind-blowing sex with a goddess. Still have energy for seconds, thirds, and a victory nap.
Exactly.
Option B, 5 hours round trip. Gas, $80. Road rage, bad playlists, and the slow realization halfway there that you're an idiot.
Yeah.
All for sex that, let's be brutally honest, probably required a hype playlist and mood lighting just to hit adequate. He traded holy shit for, that was nice, I guess. Bro pulled up to a buffet with a golden ticket and said, actually, never mind, I'll have a bag of stale crackers from the gas station in a town 2 hours away. This guy is the undisputed world champion of choosing the long, hard road to disappointment.
Exactly.
Kimberly, thank you for dodging the human embodiment of why take the elevator when you can suffer on the stairs? And here's what really kills me. Kimberly is calm. She's rational. She's not screaming, not blowing up his life, not flipping tables. Which tells me this whole thing could have ended with one mildly uncomfortable adult conversation.
Yep.
Maybe a breakup text? Instead, this man chose theater. And for context, because this always matters, Kimberly is hot. Like stupid hot.
I mean, obviously, I am over it. But I still can't seem to wrap my mind around how he used to love spending time with me. He meets a new girl and just drops the old one like nothing. So, yeah, that happened. And for anyone listening who has been in a similar situation with, a situationship where they wouldn't put a label on it or used excuses, but still kept you around for a lengthy amount of time, like in my case, 2.5 years, and then just one day deciding to never talk to you again for no apparent reason, other than because they get more dopamine from a new situation, hit me up in my DMs or send me an email. I love all of your comments and suggestions for future episodes.
Seriously, though, everyone listening, find yourselves someone who values their time with you and doesn't have one foot out the door. That's a massive red flag.
Yep.
And what happened to Kimberly could absolutely happen to you too. Keep your standards high.
Yes. So, get in my DMs. Tell me your crazy discard stories. Tyler, what is your final take on this?
My take? He produced an entire Netflix special just to avoid a conversation.
Oh my God.
You didn't lose a boyfriend, Kimberly. You lost a full-time job as a babysitter.
Oh my God. Exactly. Thank you so much, Tyler.
Of course. My pleasure. Thanks again for having me. Stay away from tattletale boys.
Oh my God. Stop. Remember, you are the prize. Don't let a tricycle driver make you feel like you aren't a Ferrari.
Yep.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks, girl.
Let's light the way, dream it big, don't hold back, let your colors shine. Every step you take, you're rewriting your own line. Turn the page, make a change, let your heart believe. The life you want is closer than you think. Just breathe on the bright path. We're dancing in the sun, manifesting dreams. Yeah, we're getting things done. Every episode a spark, a brand new start, building a life that's brighter than your world is. Laugh it off, shake it out, let the worries go. Every little win and is a seed you sow. Tune in, turn up, let your spirit sing. The future's wide open, let's see what it brings. On the bright path, we're dancing in the sun, manifesting dreams, and we're getting things done. Every episode a spark, a brand new start, building a life that's brighter than your wildest heart. So hit play, come along, let's make it real. The Bright Path Podcast, where you dream and feel. Shine